Well, how about we talk to driver 94 before we get started with the race today? Bill Elliott, this is the folks in the booth. What do you think about the race today? Well, we're having a little trouble with the radio. Perhaps we'll try that a little bit later. Okay, time to pull those belts. Time one more time. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys. And as you can see, a really good start for driver 33, Joe Nemechek, your pole sitter today, as he's leading the race. As you can see, a good start for him. Oh, now having some problems a little bit. He's losing a few positions. Driver analyst, tell me about how important it is to get a good start in the race, and what your mental thoughts are as the race begins. Well, it's a good question, and it's very difficult to drive a race car and to get around the track and pass all the cars that you need to get up to the front. But if you get a good start and you pass a couple cars at the beginning, then you don't have to pass them at the end. And then if you do a little bit better, then maybe you can get a good finish. And boy, Dale Earnhardt Jr., he's certainly doing the right things right now as he has the lead. Good run for the 8 today. He's usually not known as being a very good restrictor plate driver. Now you see all these cars. They're in what I call a wad, like a gum wad, like it sticks to the bottom of your shoe and you can't get it off. But they're cars and they're made of metal, so you don't stick to anything too good. And well, that 20, man, he's sticking to the good track pretty good right now. He takes the lead right now. You are right. You are absolutely right with that observation. Now a lot of people don't know that, most tracks, the finish line would be, right about here. But Talladega, the race is just getting started. The finish line's there, and, a whole lot can happen between there and there. Well, let's go down to pit road. Well, Dale Jarrett running in the 4th position. He came over the radio. Crew came up on the wall and said that he had a vibration. Not exactly sure how that could have happened after his good qualifying run the other day. We will keep a close eye on that to make sure nothing happens. Anyone see anything shaking on the 88? Now, see, I know the race isn't very interesting right now, and, the folks at home just settle in. I promise you that by the finish of this, they're going to be 3 wide, they're going to be 5 wide, they're going to be flipping all over the place, they're going to be flying into the fence, everyone's going to get free frozen yogurt, the kids are going to eat free, and checkered flags for everyone except the driver you don't like. So stay tuned, please don't change the channel, make sure you're still watching it because it's gonna be a great race, I guarantee you. Well, this has been exhausting. So much has happened these first few laps. We're gonna have to take a break, and we'll be right back. You're not gonna miss a thing. Welcome back, everyone. We have just reached the conclusion of stage 1, and we have pit stops cycling through. Dale Earnhardt, Bill Elliott, Dale Jr., and others coming off of pit road looking to rejoin the race. Combo platter of issues for Matt Kenseth. He comes in. He is going to change 4 tires. He is going to change his outlook on life. He is going to change the cup holder inside the car. He says the car is running well, but it could be further up. Solid stop for the 17. Oh, and Jeff Burton is also on pit road. He is getting 4 tires, and he is getting fuel, and he is getting ready to go. No, he is going to now stall the car, and he's going to be held 15 seconds by a NASCAR official, and he is going to get very upset inside the car. He is still waiting to go, and now he will be going, and he is down and away. Well, and while they sort this out, we're going to take the break, and, we'll be back in just a moment at the World Center of Speed here in Charlotte. Welcome back, everyone. 20 laps to go in the Winston 500. It's been pretty clean, but if we had a caution, then a caution could bring the cars together. And if we had a caution, we could get ourselves a late race restart, and a caution would be great. And problems, around goes the four! And just like that, everything has changed. Throw the calculator out the door. It is a complete game changer. It is a whole new race. Forget everything that has happened to this point. This race begins now. It was a little unclear what had caused the caution. Some cars ran into each other and ran into walls. Jeff Gordon making a pit stop as he comes off pit road. Still not sure what happened out there. None of our cameras were able to pick up the initial part of the accident. And there you see Bobby Hamilton climbing out of the 4-car right now. And you see, this is really the most important part of the race, because you've been running out there all day. You don't know what's happening. You don't know who's leading the race. You don't even know which way you're supposed to be going sometimes. And then a caution comes out, and it just changes everything. It's I hate it, quite honestly. Well, we're going to need a moment to clean this one up. So hold on tight, everyone. We will be back in just a moment here at Michigan. NASCAR Winston Cup Racing is brought to you by Winston Cigarettes, makers of Winston Cigarettes. By Geico. Do you know how you can save 15% or more on car insurance? And paradoxically, also by Allstate. Are you in good hands? We are back under green here at Talladega. Just took the restart just a moment ago, and Jeff Gordon is your leader. Dale Earnhardt Jr. wants to get around him, and the laps are winding down. Now it's time for the Dale Jr. Performance Report. Now, as you can see, Dale Jr., driving the Budweiser Chevrolet, is leading the race, and just having a good race out there. Maybe not a great race, but a pretty good race out there, leading with just a few laps to go. And the Budweiser Chevrolet looking to possibly pick themselves up a victory today. Boy, it's getting wild out there. Just wild. Just look at these cars. They're just cars just everywhere. It's like a conspiracy of vehicles out there. Now, don't forget my trends of the race. Now, when you get down to the last 5 laps of the race, it increases the possibility that somebody will work themselves up from the back of the field and try to win from out of nowhere. It has happened several times before. Just a few laps remaining, looking at the onboard from Dale Earnhardt Jr., Bobby Labonte there in the number 18. Driver 18, Corpus Christi, Texas. Quality driver out there. Always trying to do his very best to win the races. Incredible person, Bobby Labonte. Looking back at a battle further back in the pack, this is the race for 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, and 23rd and 24th. A pretty good battle between some of these drivers back there. If we just pulled the camera in a little bit, you get a better look at it. I apologize for these long distance shots of the field going by so you can see who's running where. And you see Bobby Labonte right there, driver in the number 18 car. He did a very smart thing right there. Now he's staying right behind the lead car because the draft, there's this thing called drafting. And if you stay right behind the car that's in front of you, you can keep up with that driver. And then you can stay there and maybe make a pass. So very smart maneuver by the 18. Well, guys, I think you know what time it is. I think it is. I do. Time. Oh, is it? Oh, is it that time? I think I know what time it is. I do believe to crank it up. Boy, oh boy, when you see this replay, you are not going to believe your eyes. I'm telling you guys, they all done just about wrecked right there, watching the 18 go through the middle, and see he makes the pass, and then there's the 20 and the 21. They're like right there, and it was like so close. Oh, looks like the 43 is going to try a little something here. He's out there by himself trying to go for the lead, and a little close. Might have been a little contact there. And you see, they're working together. There's a lot of cooperation out there. Everybody pairing up, everybody trying to race, but you can't play nice out there because you're going to run out of time. So this is the part of the race where you need to position yourself to win. And the best place to be to win the race is going to be in the first position, because if you are in the first position, you will be the first car to cross the finish line and you will win the race. It is very difficult to understand. It's a little hard to explain, but believe me, I have tried many times, and that is the most sensible thing to do. Well, look at that fella in the 3 car. Looks like suddenly he might have something to say about this finish here, holding the outside line. I'm not sure if he has enough time to get there, but a fine showing today for the man from Kannapolis. Now, tell you what, if I'm Skinner, I'm going to be looking in that rear view mirror as much as I can, and I think I can trust the guy there in the 8 car to keep pushing me forward and try to get me that first victory. Look at this! Look at this! On the outside, can you believe it? Dale Earnhardt is actually going to try and win the race against his teammate. Now, you realize these are both cars from the same shop, and they're not racing like that. It's about to get real close right here. It's about to get... Oh, Dale Jr.'s around! I mean, he corrects it. Jr. and Dale Earnhardt with Kenny Wallace. Earnhardt and Wallace, they're at the front of the field. And look, there's Joe Nemechek. Nemechek, look at your pole sitter today. Look at all that. Look at them cars, 3 wide. Coming down to the finish, Dale Earnhardt, your leader. Dale Earnhardt out front. And Kenny Wallace is going to try and make a move. They are all by themselves and will try to make something happen. Driver 3 looking to win race number 76 of his career. And here comes Dale Earnhardt entering the tri-oval for the final time. He comes off the corner and he will win today at Watkins Glen. Oh, problems! The 44 is around! He gets into the 60! The 60 is around! The 60 and the 9 are around! And as we get ready to say goodbye today, make sure you stay tuned for the Subway post-race show presented by Subway, which happens immediately following this race. And hey, don't forget, now this was great and everything, but let me tell you something. Next week, we go to a track that's even crazier than this. What's that? Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Oh, I like Las who's Vegas. Gonna date with Lady Luck, and who's gonna crap out, and who's gonna hit the jackpot? And I'm telling you, I cannot wait to get there. If this race was this good, then that one should be even better. Wouldn't miss it for the world.